Oh man, with the recent update that just released a few days ago, I've been thinking about the monetization in Black Stigma, especially with the new aspect of how weapon skins are being handled and the recruit system. Looking back at my previous videos, it feels like the devs are still figuring out how they want to handle monetization. And going as deep as I can, it's pretty crazy. But anyways, let's start from the beginning. In the first batch of the recruit system, we had 3 types of recruits to pull from: normal, advanced, and event. For normal and advanced, we were able to earn tickets just by playing the game and logging in. But for the event recruit, we only received 40 tickets total, some through coupons from when Micron released with her battle pass, and an in-game message, and those were the only 2 options to obtain free tickets. The rest, we would have to pay with real money. And obviously, people were not happy about that. So then we come to the release of the second set of recruits. We only had 2 sets this time: normal and advanced. Which at this point, we were still able to get a good amount of tickets. And, specifically advanced tickets. If we were to go off my video, I was able to get 310 advanced tickets. And of course, after pulling, I ended up with 0 tickets. And with that many tickets, there wasn't really any need to spend money to get more advanced tickets. It was also around this period, maybe even a bit closer to the end of the second set of recruits, where they lowered how many advanced tickets we were able to receive. But as of right now, with this change, I've only been able to accumulate 100 advanced tickets. I also noticed that the drop rates have been increased and decreased with the recent update, and that being that the outfits drop rates have been increased, but the drop rates for weapons have been decreased. And the thing about that is that you would only be able to see these changes on their website, which in a way is good, since it means they keep an archive of the previous recruits and all the changes they've made. But they still should find a way to add those drop rates into the game though, since it's obviously important information to have when you're deciding to pull or not. So I just want to add this segment to go a little bit deeper into the drop rate changes. And if we go into the clothing, it seems that the drop rate chances increase by 0.054%, which is an increase of 20.22%. And that's if we use Gray Heavy's drop chance. If we use paper and hands drop chance, it's a decrease of 0.214%, and that's a 40% chance decrease. If we move on to the weapons, if we use Grape Heavy's weapon drop chance, it's a decrease of 0.106%, which is a 39.70% decrease. But if we use papers and hands, the weapon drop chance is decreased by 0.416%, and that's a 77.76% decrease. which, even though we're working with small numbers, that's still a high decrease. But seeing all these numbers, it seems to me that they were probably trying to find a middle ground for these changes to keep the outfits and weapons more aligned to one another. These are just using the previous advanced table and the new current one. Hopefully when I was doing the math, I didn't make any mistakes. It also looks like they changed the weapon skin system, at least for the new recruit and the Moonlight Battle Pass weapon skins, which the Moonlight Battle Pass is the one with Tyra and Gray Paper. So it seems that these weapons have been split into two sets. The base, which contains 2 parts, and the mods, which contains 5 parts. And this, again, is only shown on their website, but not necessarily in game, at least within the new view reward system. The only detail we get in the view reward system is if you hover over acquisition info and it says weapons, you may only acquire some of the parts, which is not even detailed enough to give you an idea what they mean. Which also makes me think that the exchange system not being a game with the recent update wasn't a really bug. It's just that they still needed more time to separate the rest of the weapons. But that's just me creating a conspiracy. And it's pretty crazy to think about with how the weapons are being set up now. Putting all of this together though, it seems like the recruit system might be shifting into the main monetization model for the game. We're seeing weapon parts being split. Fewer advanced tickets being given out. That being said, these are still just my speculations. The newest recruits just dropped, so I'll be keeping an eye on how many tickets I'm able to accumulate near the end of this current advanced recruit. The game is still in early access and things can change. But hopefully these changes are for the better. Which means that me personally, I'm not going to give up on the game. I'm going to stick with it until the end, hopefully. But getting back on track, if I'm even partially right, just a little bit, even just a little bit, I hope the devs also take a second look at the other monetization systems currently in the game, especially and specifically the bundles, because they are priced at around $40 to $50, and that's with the discounts in place. That is just crazy expensive, even with what is given in the bundles. It's really insane how much they sell them for. But anyway, that's about it for this one. If I missed something or got anything wrong, let me know. Have a good one. And if there's any luck, I'll see you in game. or pocket it and save it for the recruit system, because with this new system, we're definitely gonna need that luck.